Welcome to Blackjack Sports. My name is Jackson Gerke, alongside me for co-host Blake Lomberger on a Monday after 3 o'clock p.m. Here in the East Coast. And let's get right to it, Blake. Blake, the Gamecocks had a chance in men's basketball.
Sure
They
did.
did not finish. And the reason why they didn't finish is because they did not defend your man. You've got to defend your man, and you've got to block your shots and attack the rim and go after the ball in the paint. And got to defend your man and a bunch of other things as well. Because and Cornwell missing a foul shot. That's what should have caused South Carolina to lose the game. They should have won it in those particular keys of the game. And as far as the women's side, very happy over there because if you're a Gamecock fan on the women's side, yes, the women have finally won their national championship, first ever in school history. Very good news on the women's side, but not very good news on the men's side, Blake.
Well, Jack, listen real quick, man. I'll tell you what, it's great to be a part of Gamecock Nation. You are in Gamecock Nation, as am I. It's a great weekend, man. I'll tell you what, the guys fought hard. You're right, Jack. That defense that we were so proud of, I'll tell you what, man, Gonzaga had our number. They had our number. I don't know what was going on, whether our defense just wasn't anything they hadn't seen or whether their offense was just so good that our defensive scheme didn't work. I think it was somewhat of a chess game, Jack, and I think they outsmarted us in the chess match. Now, you're right. We had a great run at the end. Sindarius Thornwell missed that free throw on purpose, if you heard the post-game press conference, but something happened, and Chris Silva, the switch on the rebound, didn't work right. He got tripped up. Sindarius was supposed to miss it on the left side where Chris Silva was. Didn't work out. But I'll tell you what, Jack, that was a tough fought game against Gonzaga. What do you think, man? Is Gonzaga good enough? Are they going to beat the other Carolina Tar Heels tonight? How good is Gonzaga?
Blake, that's a great question because Gonzaga is a very good offensive three-pointer team. You
Oh,
you,
they
you look at
couldn't
their
miss.
record
They
this
couldn't
season,
miss.
especially in the tournament this year. They are good at rebounding and getting some good shots. They're very good at those things, and I think Gonzaga is a very good offensive
All right,
three-point team. So Gonzaga is very good on one of those parts of the game. So
Jack.
I think Gonzaga, has their biggest man and their three-pointers. I think Gonzaga is the real deal,
No doubt about
especially
it.
when they're going up against the Tar Heels in North Carolina, which I think is going to be a chess match as well.
Ooh. Jack, let's talk for a second about what you just said. Gonzaga and the three-pointers. I'm going to tell you what, man. They shot more than 50% from behind the three-point line in the first half. That's unreal. Jack, they couldn't miss from behind the arc in the first half. It's hard to play against a team if you're trying to keep that big guy out of the lane, and he's such a good passer. He's going to find the open man, and if they're shooting more than 50% behind the three-point line and he can score at will down low, it's hard to beat him, man. It's hard to beat him. I think you just unlocked the key to why Gonzaga was so good. And while they won, Jack, I just don't know if they can shoot that good tonight against Carolina. Carolina's long. They're tall. I don't know if they can shoot that good. Who wins tonight, Jack?
Blake, I have watched that last game of the night, and I can tell you of how North Carolina had played in the last game. In the first half, they had some missed shots, and they had a couple of missed free throws. As far as I have seen, based on my research, North Carolina has got to do a better job of doing those things. If they don't, then Gonzaga most likely might win the national title because this is going to be a very tight game because the last game that UNC won was by a point and against a very heavily Oregon team.
They let them
So
come
North
back.
Carolina has definitely got to play better tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Jack. Okay, let's. So wait. Did you tell us who you think is going to win? So are you saying Gonzaga is going to win it all, or is Carolina going to win another title? What's going to
I'm
happen
saying
tonight?
Gonzaga's going to win if North Carolina just gets too many turnovers or if they get missed shots or even free throws if they don't do any of that in, like, let's say in the first half or even in the second half. if that collapse happens, which I doubt,
Ooh, I like that keyword.
because two teams have number one seeds entering in that final stretch of the entire season. I will tell you, this is going to be a heavyweight match. It's
Mm.
definitely going to be going Gonzaga's way if North Carolina just doesn't get any offensive opportunities.
All right, Jack, who wins the game and what's the score? Gonzaga, North Carolina.
I'm I'm going to say Gonzaga by a point,
Ooh, I
and
love
that's
it.
what's going to happen tonight.
I love it. Jack, let's move over a little bit. Let's talk about some national champions. Let's talk about a first time national champion in women's basketball. Mississippi State beat UConn by 2. Itty bitty hit a game winning shot, but then they had to come back and play South Carolina 2 days later. And South Carolina last night, Dawn Staley in charge, won a national championship in basketball for your Gamecocks. How proud are you of Dawn Staley and the women's basketball team?
You know, as a true Gamecock fan, I should be very proud of myself and my former school. They deserve this, and they've been waiting probably a couple of years or even a long time for this. Especially when I first went to school there. Blake, I will tell you, as being a Gamecock fan, you know, me and you going to Gamecock sporting events. We've been waiting for this moment for a while now. This is their first ever bringing back in school history. I should definitely be very proud of those fans that I was part of in the past few years, and together we always will be Gamecocks forever defeat. And this is true of a matter, a biggest moment in Don Staley's career. Blake, you look at Don Staley's career in basketball, the last time she was ever a player in the national championship, she lost in '91 when she was a member of Virginia. And this is going to be by far her first ever championship as a coach who was forming a player to win a national title. And, you know, she should be very proud of herself and all the Gamecock Nation all around who's is listening to me right now telling me that Gamecock Nation will always forever to be
Yes.
the national championship forever to come in years of history to remember.
Jack, she's done a lot. She's done a lot. She's won a title in the Olympics. She almost won it as a player, like you said, at Virginia. Now she wins it as a coach at South Carolina. We can't be more proud of her. Jack, I hope we keep her because she's been building this program for the last 5 or 6 years. And she inherited a program, Jack, that wasn't that good. They'd only won 12 games. And then she takes the team to the national championship. We just had a caller, Reed, try to call in to the radio show, but I think he's busy and the line got tied up. He went to the Final Four, and he was going to give us a talk from the Final Four.
Are you talking about a true Gamecock fan who was a Gamecock fan from decades?
Well, his father actually was an assistant coach for the Gamecocks years ago, and now he's the head coach for Charleston Southern. But Reed's a good guy. He went to the Final Four. We got to see the Gamecocks play in the Final Four. Jack, it's been a great weekend of basketball with the Gamecock women winning. The Chancellor Pastides, who was your president when you were there, canceled school today after 3 o'clock so the fans and the students can give Dawn Staley and the team a big welcome back home. I think it's going to be crazy in Columbia, man.
I think it is too, Blake. I really wish that was the same way for the men's side with Frank Martin as he comes home in postgame with his tears in his eyes. But I can tell you, as being a Gamecock fan, if that ever continues, it will definitely last. And Gamecock fans and sporting fans will definitely be in their hearts forever.
You guys are right, Jack. Hey, great talking to you on this Monday. It's been great. We got to talk about a couple of things next time. Tim Tebow and the Mets. We got to talk about what happened, the golfing incident this weekend with Lexi Thompson. And we've got to talk about the national championship, which you think is going to be Gonzaga and Jackson. I think that you might be right. They've got so many seniors on the team, and it takes seniors to go this deep in a tournament and stay mentally tough. So it's going to be a fun game tonight. Great talking to you, Blackjack Sports 10 at 10. Jack, we'll talk later.
You got it, Blake. Take care.